Margaret. What's going... Oh, hey. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I'm wearing plaid underwear. Pants.
Okay. Now we don't have to look at ourselves either.
I really hope I never get famous one day and someone goes back and looks at these podcast episodes.
Why?
Is this going to pop up on my background check for residency?
No. I mean, we are the number 8 podcast for bad movies, but put this foot down.
If Brandon can say on the podcast about a 16-year-old that he has cum gutters...
He was only portraying a 16-year-old. He was actually 22.
That doesn't make it better.
It does. I 100% does.
Technically legal.
Okay. That's not the record button. That's just the Audacity button. And we're back in.
Oh my god, I missed you so much.
Did you guys like Emergence Divestus?
I'm so
It's-
lost.
That's an
Concept.
It's an ad.
It's a thought.
I'll show you. I'm going to show you the ad. There's like an actual video that they emailed us.
So they're paying you to say that.
Correct.
You're capping.
Where the hell is the video? I promise you there's a video.
And you made money.
Where is the video?
Do you notice how he didn't answer?
I'm looking like an idiot. Oh, there it is.
In the heart of Big Sky Country, where legends roam and secrets thrive, there exists a force unseen, yet powerful.
This is an AI voice.
Introducing Emergence Divestus, where money meets mystery and transactions
God
transcend the
damn
ordinary.
it.
We are the guardians of wealth, the stewards of prosperity, operating silently yet efficiently, ensuring the flow of capital remains unimpeded. Proudly American, fiercely dedicated to our nation's success. From the gridiron to the boardroom, from Main Street to Wall.
I'm telling
So
you.
this is an investment opportunity for preppers, January 6th rioters, and Sasquatch.
At least the last part there. Sasquatch for sure. They are new and upcoming, trying to kind of figure out and get their footing in the Montana investment world. So
I feel like there's like a joke and I don't understand it.
that's Emergence Divestus.
I feel everyone's telling
What
me
does
it's
their
real.
name mean? Is it Latin?
Divestus is definitely Latin, but
Yeah.
Emergence is English, which is based on Greek and Latin roots.
I'm trying to figure out if this is real.
And here, we told you, the last email that we got. Number's coming back good, boys.
From
Oh,
Emergence Divestus.
This is a
the
scam.
biggest gag.
They said
Where's the initial email?
Well, I can go all the way back to... This is just one of the recent emails.
How do you...
Hold up. I'll search Emergence Divestus. You can look at all of our...
I need to see the financials.
this is a prank for a business friend.
We don't have any financials yet.
The numbers are coming back, but...
Yeah.
Someone made an email. It's Seth. This is Seth.
No, you should listen to the last podcast Seth was on. He was pissed that he left now that we're making money on this thing. Because he was just as lost as you are right now.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it until
You
there's cash in the cow, you know, as they say.
They're not going to give me a cow.
Until they put cash in a
Are they
cow.
going to give you cash or Bitcoin?
They should give me Bitcoin. It's actually Ethereum. No. No.
Dogecoin.
It's small, at the moment, just like Venmo, Cash App stuff.
That is the sketchiest.
No, you know what is the sketchiest? We had a garage sale a couple weeks ago, and we sold a bunch of stuff. We made like $300, but we didn't sell everything we wanted to. So Marina was like, I'm going to post some things on Facebook Marketplace. Never used it really before. Posted one of the things on there, our printer that we sold, because we got that new one. And it had all the cords and a whole new packet of ink in there as well. We're selling it for $30. And within minutes, a guy's like, I'm very interested in this. And we're like, okay. And then he was like, but can I have my brother-in-law?
Yep, that's how my brother-in-law needs to pick it up.
Because I'm in the hospital.
Or, yeah.
I had an emergency thing in the hospital, so can he come and pick it up? And we were like, okay, sure. And he's like, okay, can I have your phone number to communicate so that my brother-in-law can do this? And I told her, I was like, give him my phone number. And so we did. And then afterwards, he was like, do you want Venmo? Do you want Cash App? All this stuff. And we're like, Venmo can work. And he's like, okay. So we found the Venmo, and he was like, okay, for some reason my Venmo has weird security measures on it. Can you also send me your full email with that as well? And I was like, give me the phone, Marina. And I responded, you do not need this info for a Venmo. You only need the last 4 digits of a phone number if it's an unidentified transaction. Mm-hmm. And he was like, no, mine has a weird security measure. And I was like, all right, thanks, you're done here. And then we blocked him. Now that was sketchy. Also, his name was like Tomas Osterkutsumin or something.
Oh, dude.
Oh, you know him.
I know Tomas Osterkatsu.
One of the founders of Emergence Divestus, yeah.
Fuck off. I still don't believe this merging. Numbers are coming back good, boys.
That is not a professional business interaction.
Also, what was that ad even about?
Emergence Divestus, an investment firm.
No, that was
mystery and secrets.
You're telling me in their ad, for an investment firm, they put Sasquatch.
I guess so.
No.
That's Emergence Divestus. And a movie.
We're getting gagged.
Movie.
Okay, yeah, this is a movie podcast, apparently.
History about this movie. There's not a lot out there, but the history is coming.
We never talk about her story.
On the Bronco.
The history is coming. Yeah, Paul Revere riding his gentleman Bronco into Utah, wherever this took place. It was in Utah. I remember seeing the Utah bookstore at one point. But Gentleman Broncos is a 2009 American comedy film. In December of 2007, JoeBlow.com reported that Jared and Jerusha Hess had signed with Fox Searchlight Pictures to produce Gentleman Broncos based on a spec script that they had written. The deal called for Jared Hess to direct and Mike White, who had co-written Nacho Libre with them, to produce. Hess brought Angareno onto the project based on his performance in the film Snow Angels, which also starred Sam Rockwell. Sam tight-ass Rockwell. Yes.
You would know.
You would know. Filming began in 2008, March of 2008, in Utah. And much of the film was shot in Toole, Utah. In early of August 2008, work on an internet viral marketing began, which had a video introducing the character of Ronald Chevalier. My lord.
I'm sorry. It had to happen.
Brought to you by Cold Spring.
Emergence Divest. I hate Emergence Divestus.
Do you want us to have them email you? Do you want to get involved?
No, I hate them.
Okay, that's fine.
I want their address. I'm gonna firebomb their offices.
You want their address?
I don't.
Because it's a sponsored ad.
Oh.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
That's why she's going to medical school. She gets these things.
Yeah, no, I work in the trades. I don't have to get your jokes.
I heard you got promoted.
I got promoted.
I heard it vicariously through Marina. She's like, oh, Devon told you, right? I was like, no.
Yeah, no, well, me and Marina always be gossiping. Always be gossiping.
Mostly about tight asses.
Yeah.
And hot men.
Hot men and tight asses. That's the name of our podcast.
I'm still waiting for the day that you and Alex start your Hot Men podcast.
Oh, yeah. We would get sponsored by not Emergence Divestus.
No, because it's not professional.
Yeah.
To talk about tight asses.
No, we're better than them.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
So, congratulations, though.
Thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a big boy. I have to talk with foreman now.
And you put on one pant leg at a time like the rest of us.
Oh, no.
Your plaid underwear, as
Actually,
you call them. So, that's the history, the herstory. Like you said, men really co-opted.
That's true. History? All of history?
Yeah.
Name one woman. Name a woman. Name a woman!
Matt Damon. That's a great Billy on the Street sketch.
Yeah. Have you seen that one?
Oh.
Name a woman!
She's like, any woman? He's like, yes, name a woman. Why can't I think of a woman?
So she could have named herself.
Yeah, she's like, does it have to be famous? No! Just name a woman. She's like, do they have to be alive? No! Name a woman! She's like, I can. He just storms off.
Billy on the Street is so good.
Great show. Lucas already put in his guesses, but it's budget time. Emily, can you sing our budget song for this podcast?
I cannot.
Can you make one up?
I was unaware that there was a budget song.
Yeah.
Budget time. Budget time.
Whoa, copyright.
Budget time.
I love it. Get some cash and some dimes. It is called Budget Time.
Wentworth.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Did I ever tell you the story about me singing that to J.G. Wentworth?
No.
So in high school, in choir, we did Singing Valentines, where you could pay different groups from choir to come and sing a Valentine in your classroom to your crush or whatever. And everybody picked songs like Thinking Out Loud or All of Me or You Make My Dreams Come True. Things like Build Me Up Buttercup.
Fuck yeah.
But we did the J.G. Wentworth theme song, the four of us, in a barbershop style. It was like a doo-wop, like doo-wop, 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 doo-wop. I have a structure. It was great. It was layered. It was beautiful. We all wore kilts and fur vests and had pot lids as shields. For some reason, we were Vikings.
Okay.
Oh, it was
Not
because,
a Viking.
It was because we had...
That's not what Vikings are.
We were pretending to be Vikings because we had
Scottish
two choices.
Sure.
The other choice, have you seen the movie The Other Guys with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg?
I think so.
Where they're the cops.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, there's that scene where Will Ferrell's in the bar and he sings that song, I gave my love to Karen. She promised to be true. That one. Mm-hmm. We sang that in a barbershop style.
Okay.
But we also made up two more verses about being hairy Vikings and afraid of clowns and carried sporks and all that. So they could choose between those two romantic songs. But at one point, we called J.G. Wentworth. And they're like, J.G. Wentworth, how can I help you? And we just started singing at him. And the person on the other one was, guys. Made their day. So.
Nice.
Great budget song, by the way.
Thank you.
Good budget song.
Budget song.
Budget song. Does whatever a budget song does. Can it budge? No, it can't. Eat my shit. Lick.
Suck my
Don't be
ass.
shy.
Suck my
Lick.
ass. Watch out. Here comes a budget song.
Woo!
So, what do you think?
That kinda got away from me.
Yeah.
What do you think this
True.
film cost, Devon? Lucas guessed $13 million.
This was by Fox Spotlight. Spotlight Fox.
Searchlight Pictures.
Searchlight Fox.
Fox
Searchlight
Pictures.
Fox Pictures.
Yeah,
Fox.
it was exactly.
10 million. 10.1 million.
What do you think?
What do I think? I have zero basis of comparison.
Don't guess
for
zero.
movie
That's a bad
budgets.
guess.
I'm gonna go higher than the rest of the crowd, though.
'Kay.
I feel like there's gonna be a surprise, so I'm gonna say like 20-something million.
Okay. One of you guys is so close. It's fucking Devon.
I know.
Oh.
I know.
It's 10 million.
Oh, fuck you.
You literally, I was like, oh, he got it right. And then you changed, and I was like, oh, he got it so wrong.
It sucks, dude.
But you get a point.
Didn't Lucas guess 10 million?
He gets 13.
Fuck, I thought he guessed 10. That's why I went 10.1. Son of a bitch.
Next, opening weekend. Lucas guessed that this made $1.3 million in the opening weekend. Devin, what do you think this made?
2 bill.
Easy 2 billion?
Easy 2 bill.
Just guess lower than that.
1.9 bill.
3 days worth in the theaters.
3 days in the
Yeah,
theaters.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, opening weekend.
Do movies make less than $1 million in opening weekend?
Depends
Oh,
on
yeah.
the movie.
I mean, some do.
But like, take last year, like the Super Mario Bros. Movie or Barbie movie. They made $100 million basically
Yeah, but
almost
this
in their opening
wasn't
week.
Barbie.
This wasn't Barbie. We forgot to watch Barbie and make out.
Fuck.
That's our one thing to do this weekend.
Oh, damn it. Gonna have to come back.
Look at how loud your fuck was compared to everything else.
Your laugh is like twice as loud.
A boogity boo!
Okay, anyway.
$950,000.
The winner today is Emily.
Wait, I want an actual... You know what? Never mind. I dug my grave. I'm going to lay in it.
It's $11,502.
God damn.
It did not make any.
This made only 11,000?
Just an opening weekend. But now we're going to U.S. and Canada as a whole.
Okay.
Lucas said 10 million. What do you think?
13 million.
Okay. I thought you were going to say 10.1.
Well, no, it's funny because I'm switching the numbers.
Okay. You're inverting the process.
You'd understand if you're in the trades.
If I was in medical school, I would.
I'm gonna say $100K.
Oh my god.
What?
One of you guys is so close. It's Emily. Fuck. It's $113,682
For U.S.?
For all of U.S. and Canada. That's all it made. But how about worldwide? You got China, India, China, Japan, Japan, China.
That's a lot of people.
China just loves movies in general. Mostly like Transformers and shit. They love like high budget sci-fi, that kind of stuff. But they might love Gentlemen Broncos. Lucas guessed $12 million. What do you think?
6.2 million.
Okay.
I'm gonna say like $200K.
One of you guys is so close. It's Emily.
Yeah,
Fuck. This movie made a total of $118,492 on a $10 million budget. It's a certified flop.
No, it's a cult classic. It's becoming a cult classic. I saw it on TikTok, which means it's a cult classic. That's how.
Is that how you brought this up to me?
Yeah.
The Cyclops scene was going viral.
Yeah, it was the one where he found the poop on the ground.
Oh, and he was eating it was not poop, it was a yeast patty. A beef yeast fungus patty.
Nearly yeast, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a beef yeast fungi patty.
No,
Do you know what the plural form of Cyclops is?
I do.
I do.
What's going on?
Don't worry about it.
Were you guys gossiping?
No. We were
Just
doing
about your tight
research.
ass.
Also that.
Cycli.
That's actually a pretty good guess.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
You'll get to it later. So, a certified flop. Do you want to read our taglines? You haven't been able to do a tagline in a while.
Can I do one and Emily do one?
There's only one. It's right at the top.
Can I do half the sentence? She does the other half?
Yeah. Get the hell away from that.
There's no tagline.
There's no tagline. It's not applicable.
Yeah.
But if there were a tagline, what do you think it would be?
I'd say it, but I fucked my throat doing the nah. Beef yeast patty.
Oh, beef yeast fungus patty.
Beef yeast fungi patty.
What about
Bitch.
a beef yeast fungus patty bitch?
Well, long pause.
Oh, okay. Is that in parentheses or is it just an ellipses?
Parentheses. Parentheses.
What is the plural form of parenthesis?
Parentheses?
That's why she's in medical school.
I need another beer. I am entirely too sober for all of this.
Oh, just got a piece of it. I did have like one that I was trying to like brew on, and it was gonna be something like your biggest fan is yourself, because like you can't trust your idol or something like that. I don't know. American Idol. I'm Ryan Seacrest. See it on the poster now.
American Idol, I'm Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, that fits.
Oh no!
Oh.
Or else I'll suck it up with my tight ass.
Okay.
Tagline for the movie.
I'll suck it up with my tight ass.
What about this movie will Sam Rockwell your world?
This movie
This summer
is a movie
is a movie.
of movies.
Quiet down.
Movie. Fucking nailed it. I
It's
crushed
so
that.
good. Any taglines of your own?
Robot deer for the win.
Robot deer for the win. I think it was actually a battle stag to be
Sorry.
Come on, man.
battle stag in drag,
Surveillance doe.
featuring RuPaul. it's just different spin-offs of TV shows. America's Got Talented Young Writers.
The Voice.
Capitalism sucks.
Oh, what is that TV show?
Huh?
I think she's just making a statement. What about
Write that down. Write that down.
The Amazing Race to Stardom?
No.
No, you're right. Capitalism sucks. That's our winner. Okay, it's fact time.
Cat's fact. Wait, there's like a little ditty before these, all right?
No,
Oh, it was Cat's Facts.
but now we decide on our cat's facts name. So this
you
was
guys grew too big for your britches. Cat's Facts was good. It was classic. It was classy. Surveillance Stow Facts.
What did you say?
Surveillance Stow Facts.
Surveillance Stone?
Doe.
Surveillance Doe facts.
Yes.
We shot this one down last week. Lucas said that we should do it for Alex's birthday one, and then he said, "No, I never said that." Switter spit or swallow facts. We could do that.
Yeast Facts.
Yeast infection facts. Get some fluconazole stat. She's liking it. Oh, yeast infection. Get some fluconazole fact instead of stat. Oh, wow. We're getting...
Cheers to that one.
There's 3 layers to that.
I hate this.
What about
Oh, my sweet little tradie.
the slicer, the dicer, and neither the nicer?
What about Cat Facts?
No.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Cat Facts.
Oh, I went deaf for some reason in that moment. What did you say?
Cat Facts. Did it happen again?
I don't think so. No, I did hear it that time, and I just... Selective hearing. Thought it was bad.
Selectively, naturally.
So I think we're going to go yeast infection, get some fluconazole fact. God damn you. Couldn't wait at least 5 seconds to burp. There's not a lot of facts about this movie. You picked a great film to write a script on, just kind of like last week for Alex's. There's not hundreds and hundreds of pages of information where I have to dig through, but there's not so few that I have to start searching for information to put in it. So thank you for making an easy script.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for
Sitting through
nothing, I suppose.
6 facts. The first one is that the characters of Chevalier is based on Utah-based science fiction and fantasy writer Dave Farland, who also writes under the name Dave Wolverton and who conducts popular novel writing workshops and seminars. The Yeast Lords is a takeoff on his popular and best-selling books, The Rune Lords.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Cool fact.
Yeast? No. Runes to yeast. I'm a little lost on the translation there.
That's
but,
okay. You don't, it's artistry. You don't work in the trades.
You see, if you put in some con in your storefront, you'd understand.
Some what in my storefront?
Some con in your storefront? Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry about
We
it.
should watch
It's
Con
above
Air.
my pay grade.
I don't.
Con Air?
Is that a movie?
Yeah. It's got Nicolas Cage,
Oh fuck
Oh,
yeah!
immediately.
John
yes.
Malkovich,
Oh shit!
Immediately, yes.
Steve Buscemi.
Ooh, Buscemi.
It's about Nicolas Cage is just coming back from deployment overseas. He's a army or marine or something, and his wife gets hit
That's
on
a
at the
stretch.
bar or something, and he ends up beating these dudes up, and he accidentally kills one of them.
Nick
And
Cage?
so he gets sent to prison because his body is a deadly weapon, and so is murder with a deadly weapon. And he ends up on a plane with a bunch of convicts, and they are being transported back home.
The air?
Through the air, but I think back home they're about to be released, but some of them are being sent to a different facility. But then all the criminals hijack the plane, and now you've got convicts against convicts in inner turmoil on the plane. And there's a scene where he goes, "Put the bunny down."
Bingo.
Spot on.
Yeah, so we could do Con Air.
Okay, Con Air. Got it.
Next, yeast infection gets some fluconazole in you fact is the indoor movie premiere scenes were filmed at the Ritz Theater in Toole, Utah.
The Ritz Theater?
Yeah.
I've been there.
No, you just ate my peanut butter Ritz crackers is what you're thinking of.
Oh, I want a fruit leather so bad right now.
No snacks on the fucking podcast.
What if it doesn't have a wrapper?
It does have a wrapper.
Well, I'll take it off over there.
You've done this before. There was an episode where he was on and he ate 9 fruit roll-ups
Oh my god.
and almonds.
That checks out.
Yeah.
You ate almonds
He was-
on the podcast?
Yeah, he also had like 8 beers.
I had 8 beers and I was probably less drunk than I am right now.
Really?
He's a 2-beer man now.
I'm a 2-beer man.
You're a 2-pump chump?
Give me some credit here.
3.
4,
Okay.
maybe 5.
Okay. 5-pump jive. 4-pump score. I don't know. Next, the artwork in the opening credits is by acclaimed fantasy and sci-fi artists Kelly Freas and David Lee Anderson.
Oh shit!
And when
Kelly.
you a big fan?
Sure.
When I turned on the movie and it was novels with the cast member's name, it was like, oh, this is Napoleon Dynamite for sure. This is this director and writer for sure.
How did they do Napoleon Dynamite and then this? Or was this first?
No, Napoleon was first.
And then they just the biggest flop of a movie.
And then they did Nacho Libre.
And then, even if it's a bad movie, people would still watch because it's the director and writer of Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite didn't make any money though.
Really?
Yeah, it was a box office failure, but a critical success. Nacho Libre was a critical success, or a box office success, but a critical failure.
This was neither.
Well, we'll get there.
Okay.
It was for sure a box office flop, though. Next fact. What's our fact called?
It's yeast infection. Grab the fluconazole stat facts.
Fact. Yeah. Stat facts. We could have just done that.
Stat facts. Could that
Too late. Next one. People on set commented that Jermaine Clement and director Jared Hess bore a striking resemblance, which Clement explained by joking, "I've found directors often hire people who look like them."
I could have been cast. I look exactly like the director.
You look like Jermaine Clement too.
No, I look like the guy who's like,
Oh, you look like Hector Jimenez,
that's me.
like Lonnie. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, I am important media people here. Make sure.
Reminded me of Lord Farquaad.
Oh, it's because
I
I'm
don't know.
short, huh?
It was the hair.
It's because I'm short.
Wait, did you say Brandon reminded you?
No, Lonnie.
Oh, I thought you were
Not
saying
you.
me.
No.
I was like, damn.
I was so proud of her for a second.
Roasted the shit out of me for no reason.
I was so proud of
I'm
you.
so sorry.
Hey, has anyone ever told you kind of look like Fiona, but in ogre form? Yeah, not like the princess, but like the green ugly.
you were such a good sport about it.
I know. Devon hasn't laughed this hard in so long.
Oh, man.
That would have been the moment.
Oh,
That would
my
have been
God.
the moment.
I think it is the moment.
Is it? Is it?
I mean, totally fair. So, anyways. Goddamn.
Thank you for that moment.
Just,
Anytime.
just the idea that I'd like to pertain...
Just out of
Not
nowhere.
watching
Hey.
Shrek.
pertaining to absolutely nothing. We're talking about a movie. She goes, you know, you look kind of like Lord Farquaad. And you just instantly accept.
Oh, it's because I'm short. Ah, yeah.
Okay.
What's the opposite of projecting?
Accepting?
Oh, man.
Okay,
You know I'm laughing hard when I just start, like...
yeah. There's only a few times that you've done that on the podcast. There's obviously Par.
Par. So good.
When Kelly was talking about patchy facial hair.
Ah, so good.
And I think when you were here and just absolutely trashed, and we did the King Lear in the WWE.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, penultimate
Nailed it.
yeast infection fact is that there is actually no town of Saltaire. Saltaire was a resort on the southern shore of the Great Salt Lake.
Whoa.
Is that where they were living? I don't actually remember
They were living
Saltaire
in,
ever
like,
coming
a
up.
dome.
Is that where
They
the
did live in a
camp
dome.
was?
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Maybe.
And then my last one's nominations. It was nominated for a couple things.
Shocking.
It was nominated for 2 things. For some reason, at the Berlin International Film Festival
I knew there were some freaky
in
international
Germany,
people.
it was nominated for
The
a Teddy.
Germans. A teddy?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Which is a nomination for Best Feature Film. But it didn't win.
Good.
And then at the
No
Film
bad.
Independent Spirit Awards, it was nominated for Best Supporting Male Character for Jermaine Clement. He did not win either, though. Which I thought he did okay.
Which
But-
one was Jermaine?
Chevalier. But that's kind of him he's a Flight of the Conchords guy. If you saw Dinner for Schmucks, if you've seen What We Do in the Shadows, if you've seen Flight of the Conchords, so you're a big fan.
Yeah, clearly.
Always on the mind. So that's going to end our yeast infection, get some fluconazole in you fact.
Fluconazole.
Yes.
That's the one.
And the brand name of that?
Couldn't tell you.
Can...
Who gets brand name drugs?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Except for a few very particular people.
Then why do they produce them?
Because when you make the medication, the first people that make it can put the brand
get
name
the
and patent on it. And then leave it on there. So like Ozempic right now that everybody's going for is only under brand name.
So how are you able to make another medication with the same molecular structure and get around the patent?
I don't
It's just
know.
like tiny little
Tweaks.
enantiomer changes or something that wouldn't change the effect.
You say enantiomer?
I don't know if that's correct, but like some tiny
Did
little
you
molecular
say
thing where it's just
did
like
you say
the structure is
enantiomer?
She did.
Yeah.
It's kind of hot, wasn't it?
So that's gonna end all of our preamble.
Pramble?
What do we want Nicole Kidman to do this week? That bitch.
What's wrong with that bitch?
Gainer.
I want to see her in her
She's gonna do a
sparkly
gainer?
suit at
Yeah.
AMC.
Oh my god, she's gonna do a fucking game.
We hate Nicole Kidman here.
Why?
We don't. We idolize her, but we make her do
Or is it
terrible things.
Winona Ryder. That
Well, we hate Winona
I
Ryder.
fucking hate Winona Ryder.
We wish she would get hit by a ghost truck. Not a real
How
truck.
dare
On a
you.
ferry.
On a ferry. On a boat. If she got hit by a ghost semi, that'd be the dream.
Yeah. Ugh.
Why
Love
Winona?
that.
Why not Johnny Depp?
What do
What-
they have
what-
to do with each other?
And what's wrong with Johnny Depp?
Huh?
Are you in?
I'm pro women here.
Are you pro Amber Heard?
No. Not necessarily.
But what did Winona Ryder and Johnny Depp have to do
they
with each other?
dated? They were like the couple in the 90s.
Yeah, but that's so long ago. I thought you were going to bring up the
Weren't
Amber
you
Heard
born
shit.
in the 90s?
Yes. And I'm old now.
Old.
I'm an old ass now. 28, folks.
Really?
Yeah.
You're gonna be 30 in a year.
No.
No, it checks out.
It does not.
Someone get your calculator. Bring up a calculator right now.
My love.
My love. Yeah, she should do a gainer. What exactly is a gainer?
So it's a backflip when you're running forward.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, you run, you jump, and then you're going. How high off a cliff is she going? It's just off of a curb, actually.
It's off of a curb, but spikes.
Oh shit! It's a spiky curb.
But they're like rubber spikes.
Oh, so
on like a massage mat.
Oh, okay. But it's still only off the curb, like a sidewalk curb.
Yeah, but the mat's on a slicked angled surface off of a cliff.
That takes her into a very busy highway intersection. Mm-hmm. I don't know why there's an intersection on the highway, but there is. So she does the gainer. She actually nails it somehow, but
Gets nailed by the spikes.
Through it. No, they're
Or
rubber.
the buses
They
on
rubber.
the highway.
That's what she gets nailed by.
Jesus Christ.
She gets nailed by the coffin from the hearse that's coming by.
And then she
ends
Podcast
up...
is anti-women.
And then she gets nailed by Johnny Depp.
Oh, what do you
You
think?
wish.
Keith
You're
Keith
just
Urban.
jealous.
Keith Urban's gonna be mad about that one.
Is Keith Urban?
He's gonna write another fake country song about it.
Do you know Jordan Davis?
Yes.
We went to a Jordan Davis concert.
Didn't know who he was.
It was
The
mid.
Disney guy?
No.
Disney
The
guy.
country singer.
Didn't? Oh no. Who's the
Do you have
who's the country kid?
me.
Oh, that's right. That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
So, thank you, Nicole, for giving us some wisdom. Let's get into a movie. I did say that Napoleon Dynamite, like right away, vibes are immediate, immaculate, just because of the books and the crew members and
They're
all that
extraneous, you bastard.
stuff. And Sky High Kid, this is Benjamin, is writing a sci-fi book.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Anyways, has anyone seen Forbidden Kingdom?
No, but I've seen Sky High.
I fucking love that movie, and he also stars
He's in that?
Yeah.
Okay. I love
Fantastic
Sky High.
film. Would
Okay.
highly recommend.
Okay. He's writing a sci-fi book called Yeast Lords. And his mom...
Sorry, I have so much bug spray.
Oh, I can smell it.
And I just put a Zin in and it tasted like straight bug spray.
I thought I smelled the bug spray a long time ago, but I really like amplified it when you cracked open a beer, and I was like, "What the hell's wrong with that cold smoke?" But his mom Judith brings him to a bus to take him to the Cletus Festival. Bad name.
Not great.
Cletus.
Say it again.
Cletus. What? Wait, you want to know one more time?
Yeah.
Clitoris. Cletus.
No.
Cletus.
I was getting fetus.
I was getting
So that's, like, not a
fetus
great
and
mix.
clitoris mixed.
Yeah.
Which you never mix the two.
No.
You never mix your feti with your clitori.
That's the plural of each of them. Yes. And it's a giant.
You get the feta.
It's a giant writers' convention.
Nice.
And he gets introduced to Tabitha. A's. All A's. Tabatha.
Right.
I'm normally used to
A,
Tabitha.
A.
Oh, she's an AAA.
Hey,
Oh, Alcoholics Anonymous of America.
Tabitha, but all A's. 12 A's. It's Tabitha.
AAA.
Oh, how do you say that?
Tabitha.
Oh,
Oh, I have to tell you about this. I said it last week, and it was on the air, but I'm still going to tell you it anyway. So I called a pharmacy in Virginia for a transfer. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right, here's all of our pharmacy info. This is what I'm looking for. And they're like, okay. And what's your name? And I said, Brandon. And usually we only need, like, first letter of the last name. So it'll be like S, or they might not ask at all. But this person was like, and what's your full last name? And so I was like, Snedeker, getting ready for him to be like, and how do you spell that? And he's like, oh, great. I'll send it right over. And I was like, you know a lot of Snedegers? So when the prescription came across, I took a picture of the corner of who he was sending it to, and it just says, Brandon Schendicker.
I hardly know her.
Oh, boy.
Come on. He
good.
tried his best.
Good effort, bro.
Pronounced Tabitha.
Poor Brandon Sedigree just puts A's. Pouring out for the homies. But he's introduced to Tabitha with a lot of A's, who is also new to the co-op. She writes French romantic mysteries. Mm-hmm. No, it was Marina. She went very specific. Oh my goodness. But she asked for some money to buy some tampons, right?
Tampons.
Because all of her money's in euros. She gets back onto the bus. There are no tampons, so she took all of his money and just bought so many snacks.
Mm-hmm. Didn't share either.
No, and lotion. And she's like, can we sit with you? And he was like, sure. I thought they were going to sit maybe in the seat in front or behind. They sit two-person butt seat. 3 people there, and she's forcing him to give him a hand massage with an absurd amount of lotion as she's moaning, and Lonnie next to her is crunching chips and like groaning in her ear as well.
Yeah,
That's
was nasty.
guy.
Nah.
Give me
Lord Farquaad.
Give me your best Farquaad. More teeth.
Oh, did he hiss a lot?
I don't know. He was
I think
kinda
she needs to
snorty,
watch it.
wasn't he?
I think what?
Snorty?
Oh, I thought you said horny. I mean, he kind of was. Lord
Yeah.
Farquaad was kind of horny.
Yeah, I mean that's his entire character, isn't it?
Wait,
Yeah.
you said give me your best Lonnie, not Lord Farquaad.
No, he said Farquaad.
Did you?
I said Farquaad.
Oh, I thought that was supposed to be Lonnie.
Yeah, so
You guys
so
were
you're
both
like
doing Lonnie.
you were like, well, yeah, because that's who you compared it to. Don't you remember?
I do remember. I said it.
And we're all lost.
So Tabitha comes into Benjamin and Lonnie's hotel room at night, which is strictly prohibited. She wants to read his work and get to know him, and he's basically only let his mom read his stories so far because his dad's dead.
God, that would suck.
To have your dad die?
Yeah, I would hate that. Good thing.
Good thing. Are you okay?
Yeah.
And
Should we unpack that?
Yeah, let's unpack it. I gotta go cry in the
this
bathroom.
podcast is not going to be 2 hours. It's going to be 5.
Yeah.
And he lets her read Yeast Lores, which tells the story of Bronco. It's a space sci-fi testicle yeast.
Yeah, well, it's sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
Bad sci-fi.
Battle stags.
Battle stags. And we get to visualize his novel is what
It's
the
the
movie
name of my
does.
fraternity.
Bronco, Sam Rockwell, is tied up to a medical table, and he had a gonad surgically removed by
yeah.
Lord Dacius. And he's about to be injected with something when Bronco's lynx, or was it a bobcat? I think it was a lynx,
Sure.
jumps through the window, bites the man's neck, forcing him to release Bronco from his restraints, and he grabs several floating jars of testicles and runs off. And Tabitha kind of gives him back the book and asks, and she leaves for the night. And she's like, I need to think about what I read.
I'm sorry, what?
Tune into the third YouTube ad, I don't know, like 40 minutes to see us just gesturing.
I was trying to get another Zin, and then she was trying to ask if I wanted another Zin or if I needed to spit out my Zin. And I said, so she was or but I wanted to
But you want not
But the message wasn't getting across, so
Did you spit that out?
no,
You just swallow it?
no, it's still in there.
Oh. It's like, I don't think you should. I've never done this before, but I don't think you should swallow that.
He's done it before.
I've done
It's
it.
not great.
The worst thing I've done
Is it like gum where it doesn't dissolve for 7 years?
so it's
No, I think it just makes
It's like
your
a-
stomach upsetty spaghetti.
yeah. So the worst thing I did is I'd forget they were
Heroin.
in, yeah, so much heroin. When I first started doing Zins, I forgot they were in my mouth because that's who I am as a person. I just forget things that seem natural to
Okay.
remember. And then I ate something and it was a fresh Zin and I chewed on it. And I was like eating pizza and I was like, this pizza's minty. Why is it minty?
You had a spicy Chipotle burrito.
Yeah, and then I puked and was hiccuping and don't chew Zins.
Okay,
Kids.
good to know.
You can do Zins, kids, but don't chew them.
Don't chew, just do.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Like Nike said.
Well, they arrive the next day at the 17th annual Cletus Festival, where they quickly assemble together for an introduction of a special guest before the festivities. It's Dr. Ronald Chevalier, Benjamin's idol, and a sci-fi author himself. Where are you going now? Oh, because he drank so many beers.
Little boy's got a piss.
Little boy's got take a little piss. The heart was for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Keep telling yourself that.
And he proceeds to show them 49 pieces of cover art that he came up with for his Cyborg Harpies trilogy that he released when he was 16. It's really a lot of breastfeeding, like robot breastfeeding cover art. You remember this.
I don't remember that.
I think you remember this.
I don't remember that.
And he announces
actually,
that.
I think I would.
You probably would have. You're very pro-women.
Yeah, pro-women.
Yeah. You're not remembering the mammaries, huh?
Huh?
The mammaries. The harpy mammaries.
Yeah.
No.
It's not ringing a bell.
Okay. Well, he
Might have been
announces
asleep for that part.
at this festival that Prism Publishing will be hosting the competition for the best work submitted at the festival and then judged by a panel of industry professionals and himself. And their work will be published nationwide and get an original Chevalier cover art for their story. You say you fell asleep?
Yeah.
This is like
Well, the
20
first time I
minutes
watched
in.
this was months ago, and I fell asleep. And then I finished it today with you.
the first
But
time you
there
watched it was months ago?
months ago, and then there was a
You
part.
made it sound like it was like a week.
No, it was so long ago. And then there was when I started watching with you, it was later than when I fell asleep. So there was a chunk
So there's
I missed.
a miss. So
I
you
think it was
missed
the harpy titties.
the robot harpy titties.
Because
Okay.
I think I would remember
you
that.
you really missed out.
Yeah.
You would have enjoyed that.
I think I would.
What I missed? I heard
Robot harpy titties.
Okay.
And Chevalier is now hosting a class about naming characters. He basically proposes if you're doing sci-fi, every name should be spiced up with adding Onius, Inus,
Anus
or Anus added to the end of it because it really gives it a little flavor. Tight ass,
Brandon Anus. That does feel pretty elegant, doesn't it?
Brandonius, Devonus,
Yeah.
Emelanus.
Melonius.
Emily Anus.
Oh yeah, you're right. That sounds Emily Anus.
Yeah. Should be like a stop between so you know what is the suffix to that. Emily Anus. And then maybe if
The
you
third.
added an S. Like Emily's Anus. That sounds pretty fantasy.
Oh,
Brandon's Anus.
would you fantasize about that? You're saying it's a fantasy.
Brandon's Anus. Yeah, that sounds pretty fantastical.
And Benjamin and Tabitha are talking about the workshop. She confesses that she kind of thought Yeast Lords was amazing, like real litty titty, harpy titty. And he wrote this story apparently for his dad, who was a heroic game warden that died when he was younger.
Game warden.
I hardly know him. And Chevalier gets a call from Merv, his publisher, who is making him do this convention to get in touch with his audience. He calls him about how horrible these stories are, but when Chevalier asks Merv about his newest work that he submitted, Merv shuts him down too. Chevalier is kind of looking like he's washed up at this point. And so he tells him if he can't come up with something new, they're going to cut him from the publishing company.
No. God, please, no.
I didn't know you got worked up about this like that.
I did. I cried during this part.
And where was I? Oh, Chevalier throws all the submissions across the room in anger, but he spots a deer binder. This is Benjamin's Yeast Lords inside. And then he starts to read it, and you cut to a scene of him sewing his testicles back on. Bronco. There you go, yeah. Sewing his testicles back on when Vinaya, a woman, approaches him, breaks his extra testicle, and then reveals that she knows him when she was a baby. They suckled on the same teat when his mother's breast milk dried up. Is this sign language?
No, I'm just, this is for our deaf viewers.
He's really feeling it.
So instead of doing sign language for the deaf viewers, you're just...
I'm doing what some would call an interpretive dance. I would call it charity
Excuse you?
for the deaf. I'm doing this for free, which makes it charity.
No, we're getting paid.
No.
Emergence Divestus.
You are not getting paid for that. I can guarantee
$15 an episode.
I can guarantee you that if you will lose money in this transaction somehow.
$15 an episode.
No.
This is our 10th episode with them. That's $150. Split between Lucas and I.
And when are you getting paid?
2 weeks after?
After what?
After the episode releases.
Oh, so you've gotten paid?
Yeah.
Really?
For 6 episodes so far.
And this is a real company.
Emergence Divestus. They're a new starting up firm.
And they saw our 15 viewers. Hang on. Where's my phone? I don't have a phone. I forgot.
Oh, you don't have one anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm living off the grid.
You were chewing on it like a Zin. Mm-hmm. Don't chew on your phones, kids.
See what I did? I sold my phone for a TV. Living off the grid.
And they're going to join forces, Bronco and Vinea, to take down Lord Dacius and start a new yeast colony. Bronco kind of wants to go alone, but Vinea knows the path to the yeast seeds of his and can stop him early. So they're going to work together.
Yes.
Back to reality as we snap back.
Snap back to reality.
Yep.
Oop.
Mom's spaghetti.
There goes
Benjamin
gravity?
works at Lavon's, and is selling blouses when Lonnie and Tabitha come to talk to him about leaving the festival early. Everyone got their scripts back at the end of the camp, and they were supposed to mail his, but his never came back for some reason.
Oh no.
And because Chevalier's stolen his story and is making changes of his own. Bronco is now Brutus. Vinea is now Vinanca. He has added many things now. There's Cyclopses.
Is that what it is?
Cyclopes.
Cyclopes nuts.
Oh!
In your mouth.
In Belize.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
That would hurt me. I want you to know.
I know it did.
You saw it in my eyes.
Yeah.
Do we tell the story, or do
We can tell the story.
No, let's just move
Tell
on.
it to Emily.
Yeah, don't be shy.
So I was gonna do this.
So this is a time when Devon was hurt.
Deeply, apparently.
So there was this time where I was gonna do this Knowles expedition. Knowles is like a adventure. You like choose your adventure and you do it. But not like cruise. It's like, you're outdoors doing a bunch of stuff. And I was going to do sea kayaking or ocean kayaking. And Brandon seemed really interested. And I was like, oh, I'm so excited. Like, someone seems interested. I can tell him all about it. And he's like, we were talking about it for like 10 minutes. And he goes, so where are you going to go? And
Let's see where this is going.
And I was like, I don't know, here and here and here, like along the coast of Baja. And Brandon goes, do you think you'll go to Belize? I was like, I don't know. I don't think I'll go to Belize. And Brandon goes, Belize nuts! And he had talked to me for like
15 minutes.
Like 15 minutes. He didn't care at all about anything I was saying.
Such a long setup.
It was such a long setup.
Because we were
So
doing
much groundwork.
D's nuts jokes earlier in the night, like trees nuts and please nuts and all those things. So finally, I put one in my brain.
And he's like, I'm gonna give him the false hope of him thinking that I'm interested.
Yeah. Well, back to the movie. Let's see. Benjamin's working at Lavern's, and they come to talk to him about leaving. He didn't get his script back, all that stuff. And after all the changes that Safali's made, they are searching for yeast in the book. And now eating some beef yeast fungus patties that makes them bouncy, I guess.
And this is the TikTok I saw. This is
the TikTok.
This is what started it all.
And yeah, they're bouncing around battle stags and turrets just to try and get to Lord Dacius. But back in real life, Judith introduces Benjamin to Dusty. He's someone from a guardian angel program at the church to make friends. And he just has a giant python on him that just shits all over for no reason.
It's like
they need that scene in.
unrealistic amount of shit as well.
Correct. And they're blowing darts when Benji hits his mom in the boob with a rat poison poop dart.
Nice.
Supposedly.
Allegedly.
How would you sign that?
Quit trying to sign.
That's not signing.
And Merv calls Chevalier and loves his new work. This Yeast Wars is great. He wants all his focus to be on this now. And Judith is okay as well. She had a fake boob in or a implant,
No.
and so
It's a bra insert.
an insert. That's the word we were looking for, not an implant.
Yep.
And so it was just leaking. But Tabitha calls Benji to tell him Lonnie wants to produce Yeast Lords into an independent film. He's like, oh shit, yeah, this is my big break. But in return, they're also doing a romantic production of one of Tabitha's ideas, and they need a little sexy nightwear from Laverne's for it, which was not a sexy clothing store at all.
It's more a grandma.
Ebenezer Scrooge-esque.
Yes.
Yeah.
Down to the stupid little hat and everything. And so he's going to bring it. They shoot this scene, but they ruined the nightgowns. They cut it all up. Benji's pissed. He storms out. That's like $80 they're going to lose. But they're going to make some money because Lonnie's going to pay Benjamin $500 for the idea of Yeast Lords and then make the movie out of it. He didn't give him cash, technically. He gave him a check. He was. And I put, okay, so Yeast Lords doesn't have a ton of changes because as they go back and Benji reads his own story, there still were turrets and cyclopes and yeast patties and bouncing powers and battle stags and all that. But Lord Broncos so sick from this yeast patty he ate, he's puking everywhere, causing him to projectile vomit and shoot through the sky with his vomit.
I think this is when I joined you guys.
Too many bodily fluids in this film.
And too many skin pouches.
Yeah, the flesh pocket.
The flesh pocket.
Yeah, was not a fan.
Man just reaches inside his pelvis, pulls out a jar that they call the pudding, which was just just a testicle in a jar. And
y'all just hate marsupials. Just a lot of marsupial hate on this podcast.
No.
Does Emergence Divestis know about this bias that we have against marsupials?
I doubt it, but if they listen to this episode in a week when it comes out, they might.
I'm sorry if they actually listened and I said I was going to firebomb their headquarters. I didn't realize this was actually... I'm not going to firebomb.
You're going to redact that.
Can I redact that?
Sure.
Do you think they'll listen past the part where I said I'm going to firebomb them?
Well, it doesn't matter in a court. You can quote the part where you said, I'm not going to firebomb them.
I'm not going to firebomb them.
And make sure that your hands are up, because if they watch the YouTube, you're not crossing your fingers, because that thing holds up in court as well. That holds up in court. If you say something but you cross your fingers.
I'm not going...
Are you serious?
No, that's not true.
I'm not going to firebomb. Not going to firebomb.
Oh!
What?
I'm not going to firebomb.
Dude, he got paid. They paid him.
Yeah.
Did you hear that part?
Yeah.
I don't think she did.
That you got paid or they're going to pay you?
No, they paid him.
They paid you?
Yes.
For real?
6 episodes so far.
In money?
Yes. $15 an episode. Lucas and I have split it each time.
Okay. Did somebody else on the podcast that they paid you for say I'm going to firebomb them?
No, I don't think so. It hasn't been said yet. That's a first. So we might not be getting paid anymore.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know the full story. I thought my friends were getting scammed. I responded with hate and haste.
Numbers are coming back good.
Boys.
Fuck.
That's such a frat thing to say. There's no way an actual company has a representative that speaks like that in writing.
I was going to say, how many frat bros or business majors is what I was going to say,
My
but
brother's
in writing.
a frat bro business major.
There you go.
So that's why
but
I'm
in
suspicious.
writing, correct. But in this, they throw the old puddin' testicle by accident into a turret control room, fries the controls, and a battle stag approaches Lord Bronco. It chases Kanea down until he leads it right back to Bronco, so they activate as a projectile vomit sequence, which destroys the battle stag. He's too OP.
Gnarly. Why was it so pink?
The vomit?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
I don't know.
So pink.
There's a feminist touch.
Yep.
What does that say about society?
Women be puking, man.
Yeah, women.
Boys.
Men be vomiting on the idea that women deserve equal rights.
No, I think it's just women be puking.
Yeah, I'm with Brandon on this one.
Yeah.
I hate everything.
And this movie production is ass. It strays so far from the original script of Benji's, he's heartbroken. And he rides home in a boat car rover thing, checks the mail to see that there's a Q&A with Chevalier coming up. And during this Q&A, he asks how to cope with someone making an adaptation of their own script in TV or film. And he says maybe it'll be better if they actually change it. Chevalier is onto something here. And so he approaches him after the question and answer and asks if he remembers him or if he read Yeast Lords. Chevalier plays it off as maybe another judge being the one who read it, but he's a lying bastard. He's the one who read it. He stole it.
Plays it off as a bold phrase for what happened there.
Maybe another judge.
Suspicious.
Yeah. And Judith is home crying all by herself because some of her inventory is gone, which means she can't afford a birthday for Benjamin, so he's going to help her out. He's going to sell 2-for-1 country balls.
In a sack.
In a sack.
In a sack.
2 balls in a sack.
2 big balls in a sack.
Big old balls.
And when he heads to the bank to cash his check from Lonnie, he finds it's been post-dated a year. He has to wait and live his mundane life helping his mom while his movie's being made poorly by his friends and his idea's been stolen by Chevalier. Like, peers?
Acquaintances? People he knows?
Lovers?
Not at this point.
Farquads?
Farquads?
His Farquads.
I like that.
And he's watching the news, seeing his Farquads promote his movie on a talk show. Chevalier also sees the broadcast and is so distraught that he's going to be found out that he's going to try and take these team downs to save his own back.
Sue.
Who's Sue?
Media firestorm.
But not firebomb.
Yeah.
I want to be clear about no firebombing.
No arson was performed here on this podcast.
None.
Or will be.
Thank you. And they attend this premiere, Judith and Benji, in matching hippie grandma sweaters.
Hell yeah.
They look so bad. And
it's not great.
the first preview in the movie was Tabitha's French mystery romance.
Where they said everything about the movie. It was just the movie. No. Except in like clips.
Yes. But it kind of rocked. I would watch that. Where Benji was a stable boy married to the sister of Tabitha's character, but they're in love, and she was topless in a hot tub, and
the overalls weren't bad.
They're kind of doing it for us. All 3 of us.
I like the horse.
Bestiality is not something we promote on this.
I just like the horse.
The what?
hose?
The horse. The hose.
The hose.
The horse hose.
He likes the hose. Oh, Lord.
I like the horse hose.
There's some
Only if they're
hose
horses.
There's some hose in this jet. There's some hose in this jet.
There's a horse in this.
Certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy.
Make that pull-up game weak.
Work. What's the next line, Devon? Woo! Do you think if our founding fathers heard WAP, they would die instantly?
Yeah, they were sickly little Victorian children.
Do you think the founding fathers 69?
No.
Oh. Yeah. They had some freaky parties back then.
Imagine being 69 by George Washington with horse and slave teeth.
Only if he has the pompadour on.
That's what you want.
I can't imagine anything worse.
I honestly agree. So after that, of course, he storms out. Benjamin can't watch any of this more. And Tabitha, viewing this preview of her movie, realizes she loves him.
Oh,
So
God.
he puked everywhere.
So
So she leans in for a kiss, nice little puke kiss, where the chunks of puke are exchanged on their lips and seen.
And then she swallows it.
She
Yeah,
did.
she
She's not a
does.
quitter.
It's like watching Two Girls, One Cup produced by Fox.
Searchlight Fox pictures.
Searchlight, Fox Pictures.
And after seeing a
Fox?
small snippet of the movie that Lonnie made of Benji's, he's done. They run off to be together alone in a bookstore, but this is where Benji finds...
to get Sudoku and cozy up.
he finds Brutus and Balzac,
Balzac.
the novel that has just been published by Chevalier, which is his book. And dejected, he walks home where he finds Dusty in his home with a blow dart gun as a gift for him. And he tells him how everyone hated the movie. People walked out. Even Dusty stood up to Lonnie and wants to defend Benjamin no matter what. He even heard that his idea was stolen, and he hates Chevalier now. Like, his guardian angel friend? Real homie.
He was a real one.
We're at that point where
Didn't
they're
he punch
shooting
some
at
dude
each
in
other
the
yet?
face?
No,
No?
almost. What did you say?
Punch someone in the face. Dusty got in a fight because somebody said something.
Yeah,
really
he
bad.
punched Lonnie. He punched Chevalier. He punched one of them.
Yeah.
And Judith sees a newspaper article about Don Carlos.
Quixote.
Yes.
Yep.
So
And she wants to take some of her pieces of work to his place to see if he'll invest in her work. But he really just wants to have sex with her. He's like, if we fuck,
he was such a gross.
I'll put
old man.
a line out for you. And so Benjamin, like, ready to go. Like, ready to go. Reading Chevalier's copy of his book, hating what the story's become, sees his mom crying, comes back to him. So he throws something through his window. Don Carlos immediately pulls out a pistol, starts firing at him. But one step ahead is Benji with a blow dart gun that he dips in some dog shit. Shoots 2 darts right into his
Steaming dog
chest.
shit.
Yeah, it was very steamy. Fresh. Shoots it right in there, gets out of it. And he drives straight to the bookstore that Chevalier's
Sabbath
doing.
is playing in the background. I was ready for a showdown.
What was playing in the background?
Sabbath? Black Sabbath?
Was it?
Yeah.
What song?
I don't know.
But something.
Something.
Something good.
Something good. It was brewing.
He driving there to the book signing, brings his original story and slaps it down. Now Chevalier is trying to find a way out of it in front of this giant crowd, but Benji isn't having it anymore. Hits him in the face and is taken away by police. Sitting alone in his jail cell in his stupid little shirt, Judith comes in to visit him with birthday presents, including a popcorn car and a box. Inside is his stories that have all
in the
been
box?
certified.
What's in the box?
It's his head.
Isn't that a Nick Cage?
No, that's Brad Pitt, Kevin Spacey, and Morgan Freeman. That's 7. That's the David Fincher film you're thinking of.
Oh.
But inside is all of his stories that he's done, and they've been certified by the WLA, the Writers
League of America.
League of America. She's been sending his stories to the Writers League ever since he was 7 to have them registered. And basically that's how he wins. All of Chevalier's books are being removed. His Yeast Lords is going up. And in the story's end, Bronco rides a battle stag. Tries to defeat Dacius. Finally does with a butt missile after falling in a very shallow body of water.
Little puddle.
Little puddle.
Like, yeah.
Butt lasers?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And with all of his fame and his earnings, Benji got his mom's clothes in a mostly old lady fashion show. And that's the end of Gentleman Bronco.
What a gentleman.
And what a Bronco.
Have you ever seen a horse penis?
Yeah, they're huge.
I saw a TikTok.
Really scary.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok. It seemed what's happening?
My battery's low at 10%. We'll be able to make it.
Okay.
But horse penis.
Yeah, no, I saw a TikTok of one. They're like
You've
4
seen a
feet.
lot of things on TikTok.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This is why he liked the horse in the trailer.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw what it's capable of.
So that is bringing us to a good stopping point. Quirrs?
Quirrs. Come on, pick it up. Quirrs.
Beautiful. Quirrs. You take any quotes when you watched this the last time?
Kind of forgot that was a thing.
Did you take any quotes when you watched part of it months ago?
Any quotes?
Yeah.
I don't know. That lullaby thing was weird.
Was it the song?
Yeah.
Something about mammary cannons?
Yep.
My ovaries will destroy you. I'm just a man meant to breed.
You really know this.
Yeah, man.
I think I have 12 quotes that I took.
Okay, let's hear
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 from IMDb. Chevalier says, without a doubt, the best line I've ever written is this. Referring to her neck, she squawked, "This is not a wart. This is the Chancellor of the Galaxy. Now let us in." That's just some crazy sci-fi shit.
Strong.
Mm-hmm.
I guess when taking these, none of them are actually like overly crazy when you watch the movie. When you just read them on IMDb before watching it, you read, "Take me there, take me to your yeast factory." You're like, okay.
What's going on? Where am I?
Chevalier trying to convince Merv of a new project. Merv, wait. Moon fetus. A fetus is found on the moon base. That's it. That's what I got.
I like it.
And Chevalier talking about the mammary cannons. The dream. This is a piece that came to me in a dream when I was 11. I call it Migration, and it depicts a fleet of harpies synchronizing their mammary cannons to create laser rain. Hard rain's gonna fall.
It's metal. It's heavy metal rock and roll.
Loved this little line because it was so mean. He said it so harshly. "We'll be stopping at the Cozy Cafe for lunch. Some of you can afford to eat there. The others just eat the food you brought from home."
Feels like a Bob's Burgers quote.
You like Bob's Burgers?
I like Bob's Burgers.
Me too. Marina does not. She doesn't like the voices.
What?
I don't like the animation.
Ooh, things are coming out on this podcast. Ooh.
Coming to a head.
Next.
We're fighting.
Okay.
I already kind of said this. Can I have
Probably.
some money to buy tampons? My money is still in euros, and I haven't had time to transfer them over yet. And then the next scene, didn't have any, so I bought a bunch of snacks for me and Lonnie. Not for us. Me and this other guy.
Yep.
Tell me the name of your protagonist in this story. And one guy goes, Nebuchadnezzar, and he goes, "Oh boy, so original. I've heard that one many times before." And then he wants to throw anus on the end of it.
Nebuchadnezzar anus?
Yeah. What is that? It's rat poison and some of my poo. Is it lethal? No. I don't know, maybe. Circle of life. Try it. Before I knew that the book was going to be called Brutus and Balzac, the quote, "I want you to start doing preliminary sketches of Brutus and his dog Balzac," made me laugh so hard. During the puke kiss, Tabitha goes, "Benjamin, I've only just realized that everything that happened on screen was very real to me." And it just cuts to him with so much puke on his face. He's just, "I don't feel so good." Which I think was like the last scene that Oliver saw before he came to bed.
Yeah.
And he was laughing a lot at that.
Yeah.
Because I had to pause it. Why do you pause so much? Working at the yeast factory made my breasts so big and gave me so many diseases.
Yeah.
It would do that.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, you should get some fluconazole for that.
Fact.
And my last one, I thought we could grab a couple Sudokus and snuggle up somewhere.
Yes, sir.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you too.
Nobody does Sudokus together.
Yeah.
Nobody does Sudokus.
I do Sudoku.
I do what's called a nomogram every morning.
You're a nomogram.
I am a nomogram.
What's a nomogram?
A nomogram is like a thing where it's like, say it's a grid of 10 by 10, and each horizontal row tells you how many. It'll be like 3-6. So you'll know there's 3 here, and then there's a space, and then 6. But then some of them is like 1, 1, 3. But you don't know where those spaces are going to be in between. Some of them are easy or not. So you do process of elimination and then fill out your little grid, and it makes a little picture.
Cool.
That's quotes. Rating time.
Love this part.
Lucas gave us his ratings. He thought that on Rotten Tomatoes, the critics gave it a 70%. What do you think?
The critics, 27.
What do you think?
45.
One of you guys is so close. It's a 20%. Lucas is not doing very well. It's like he almost didn't watch the movie.
It's almost. I thought he was joking.
No,
Basically,
really did
the
not.
entire time. Between this and the,
Emergence Divestus.
yeah, I just have really been off kilter this entire
What about people, though, on Rotten Tomatoes?
61.
Okay. Lucas said 56.
This is what, like, not critics, but just regular people?
Just like normal people. So people's
Joe
weed.
Schmo,
What did you say?
56, 61, 65.
You said 61.
I said
He said
61.
56.
I said 56.
You can't say 56 as well.
70.
Oh, okay. The winner today is Lucas. It's a 44.
Ooh.
People didn't really like it much either. But how about IMDb? Critics.
IMDb knows what's up.
Lucas said 64.
38.
6.4?
Huh?
Is this a percent or a
Percent. What did you say? 38?
38.
20?
The winner today is Emily.
Ha!
28.
Nice.
And lastly, the people on IMDb. This is out of 10 to the nearest 10th. Lucas said a 6.3.
5.8.
3.3.
There's almost a tie between you and Lucas. He just said 6.3. You said 5.8. One of you guys is off by 0.3. One of you guys is off by 0.2. The winner today is Lucas. It's a 6.1.
Fuck.
But the winner overall of everything today is Emily.
Woo!
That's why she's in med school.
Yep.
So, critics gave it a 20 and a 28 for a 24. People gave it a 44 and a 61 for a 52 and a half. Emily,
Nice.
what are you giving this movie? Now, this is the John Lasagna scale.
Can you repeat the question?
What are you giving this movie?
For what?
Rating.
Rating. What are you rating
Me
it?
rate
Yourself.
it overall.
On the John Lasagna scale.
What's the John Lasagna scale?
That's how you rate movies.
Obviously.
Okay.
You didn't tell her what the John Lasagna scale was.
Then it's subjective.
52
arbitrary.
is what everybody else gave it.
That's what the people did, yeah, on
People
average.
did.
The people. That's what they wrote in the Declaration
I'm gonna
of
give it-
Independence.
A 43.
4.3 reasoning.
4.3 lasagnas.
Okay.
Wasn't rocking with the bodily fluids, but bizarre absurdity factor was still interesting to watch.
Okay. Devon?
8.1.
Wow.
No,
We love this.
no. 7.1.
No, I'm thinking 1.3. 7 point what?
7.1.
Reasoning?
I wouldn't watch it again, but I had fun.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay. I think I'm a 4.2. I'm like right where you are. I love Napoleon Dynamite because it is so random and absurd, but it's about real life. Like those things definitely have happened and will happen and all of that. And they don't try and lean into it so much that it goes beyond and into the campy territory. This is where it kind of is being pushed too far. And I think that's where you lose the charm, you lose the wittiness and all that. However, I do love the idea of somebody writing something and somebody else taking that and using it as their own and trying to get it back. I think it could be done much better and could end up being a great story. So, Now on the faith-based review, this is out of 40.
faith-based?
And it's how religiously, how much you related to the film religiously.
Well, there's 8 categories. Lowest score wins.
Mm-hmm.
There's sex, violence, drugs, nudity, other, faith, integrity, and
the Garfield for the
and
John
alcohol.
Lasagna.
Yeah. So, out of 40, what do you think?
Like a 7?
Whoa, that's a very good film.
Wow. Yeah.
What about you? Faith-wise?
On the faith scale,
Yeah.
which is, again, I want to emphasize, very different from the John Lasagna.
Very.
And I feel like everyone should know this scale. It's pretty widely used by most critics.
Yeah.
On the faith scale, probably a 12 on the faith.
Okay.
Just because the Garfield factor, and then, like you said, the violence and
I mean, because like
faith based,
like violence, there is some violence in there, so it's probably like a 3 out of 5. But then like sex, there's a 0 out of 5, really.
No drugs, no alcohol.
No drugs, no alcohol. Nudity. She was
Integrity.
topless in a hot
see
tub.
anything.
You didn't see it, but it's still
Implied.
implied. So that's like a 2 out of 5. But faith,
2 out of 5?
there's like no actual like talk of Christ. So it's
but
gotta be a
I feel
5
like
out of
there's an intonation, like a connotation
Explain
to
my
faith.
answer is that I didn't really understand the faith stuff, so I don't rock with that. And so I was just saying 7 out of 40. I'm like, I don't think it relates to faith.
But lower the score, the better. The closer to godliness it is.
Not on my faith scale.
And then integrity, you can't be stealing things from other people. That's not very integrated. I'm going to give it like a 19 out of 40. So,
C19 is good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
7's a wild answer.
and let's end this
Okay.
with a couple reviews.
This whole thing was bullshit.
No,
Okay.
we've been doing faith-based reviews all season.
Really?
Yep. We found somebody who was a critic and did faith-based reviews, so we've been doing it.
Oh.
The 8 categories out of 40, lowest score.
I've totally lost the tone of this podcast.
There are 2 critic reviewers that wanted to chime in. Roger Ebert at the Chicago Sun-Times. This is the GOAT, Big Rog. He said
The goat is the the goat. Who I'm gonna say the goat is.
the little songbird.
Yeah.
That's users. This is critics.
Oh.
Roger Ebert, Big Rog, said, while Hess invents good characters, they quickly become lost in a disjointed and meandering story. 2 out of 4 stars. Mid.
Disjointed and meandering?
Yeah. I get it. She's really
Yeah.
pondering on that. The other one's by Richard Brody at The New Yorker. He said, a truly great film with no asterisk whatsoever.
That's tough. Even for me, I wouldn't agree. And I like this.
2,
No
3.
asterisk?
No asterisk.
That's not correct.
There's no little songbird. Only 5 users. But Snoopy Styles here on
I'm done with Snoopy
October
style.
5th, 2015, he said, I like these characters to a certain extent. Weird characters have become a trademark of the Hesses, but I always struggle to actually laugh in their movies. This one comes close. I like Angarano, who gets better along the way. Tabitha's first scene isn't good because she's kind of callous and oblivious to Benjamin's feelings. Also, the Bronco scenes could have tied in with Benjamin and his struggles more. I do agree with that. The Bronco stuff could have been more directly related to the real life, but it's a missed opportunity. If Sam Rockwell is supposed to be his father, there's no reason why Jennifer Coolidge could not be the heroine in those scenes. Jermaine Clement could play a villain of the book. The whole book could be a parallel world. I still like Benjamin, but almost none of it made me laugh. 5 out of 10. Mid.
You didn't laugh when the snake pooped on him?
That was
No, I didn't.
disgusting.
You didn't laugh when they kissed with vomit?
That was
No, I
disgusting.
didn't laugh.
That was
But
so...
I did laugh when he went, I don't feel so good.
Okay, that was cool.
My next one's by a returner, Cricket Bat. On August 15th, 2018, he says, there comes a point when the bizarre stops being funny and becomes simply bizarre. Gentlemen Broncos crosses that line. The trailer is hilarious, but the movie is just a series of weird people, strange costumes, and for a lack of a better word, potty humor. Skip this movie. It's too random to be funny. 3 out of 10. You know who knows about potty humor?
Oliver.
This guy right
Oliver.
here.
Oliver. I learned it from the best, my 5-year-old.
You think?
Yeah. No, I
And
learned
George W. Bush.
George W. Bush and Oliver taught me everything I know.
My next one's by PsychoBeard666.
Mm-hmm.
On March 3rd, 2021, he says, "This isn't Hess's best work, but it is hilarious in its more irreverent moments. Clement is excellent as Charlatan." That's not his name. Oh, never mind. That's a word. Is excellent as Charlatan author
Charlatan?
Chevalier. Oh, yeah, charlatan. What the fuck am I saying?
Charlatan.
Charlatan.
You're going to hit me with the extraneous and then misread charlatan?
Yep. Well, because I thought that's how they was trying to spell his Chevalier at first.
Oh.
Clement is excellent as Charlatan author Chevalier, and Rockwell is tremendous as both Bronco and Brutus. Beyond this, the story is quite weak and the other characters not as captivating. It seems that Hess peaked with Napoleon Dynamite, made a great follow-up in Nacho Libre, and this is the next best film of his. 8 out of 10.
After all that, he gave it an 8?
Yeah, he loved it.
Okay.
Nacho Libre isn't actually even very good either. Very racist.
Tastefully.
You're Mexican.
Yeah, and I like it.
Penultimate review is by Roxy Rookie, May 20th, 2024. It was like a month ago. She said, "I really enjoyed Napoleon Dynamite," which has acquired, I think is far to say, a cult status. It was quirky, but it was a nice movie. There were endearing moments and characters. Now, Gentleman Broncos is just atrocious. The look and feel of the movie is kind of lame. Bargain basement version of Wes Anderson.
8 out of 10.
There's a clear commitment to a form of aestheticism in the movie, but you can't carry a movie just out of style. And it's poor style in the first place. All in all, pretty unwatchable. 1 out of 10.
Damn. Rough.
Yikes.
And my last one's by Fry Simpson. July 20th, 2022. They say a beautiful and detailed tapestry of everything that's endearing and intriguing about slightly off-center characters we meet from time to time in the real life. All odd and all priceless. All ordinary and yet all captivating. All shunned by so-called ordinary people, yet all able to bear the weight of endless rejections and ridicule in their lives. This film exploits these people, but why not? They're so interesting to just look at. Never mind see and hear in such a masterpiece of comedy as this. It's by no means slapstick, but it will stand the test of time forever. Pure magic, 10 out of 10.
Disagree.
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 But are you recommending the movie to